Now, what is the transmission for COVID-19 virus? So the major sources of infection is human to human transmission. Here I said to human, I not said to human to animals, I not said to animal, I not said to animal to human, but I said human to human transmission. Whether it is very uncommon, it is from to animal are suspected for the coronaviruses, but human to human transmission via airborne droplets, we all the knows that generated by speaking, coughing and sneezing. That's why we always advised by to government, please wear a proper mask. Just because of the speaking and coughing and during sneezing, we throw out in the air environment, it is airborne droplets, formites from droplets landing on surface and virus surviving for the variable amount of this time. Now incubation period, it is various range. In 2013, where the outbreak of the WHO declared that time, the 2013 में चाइना में जब ये हुआ तब उसका इंक्यूबेशन पीरियड only 1 to 2 days और मैक्सिमम 5 days तक का था, मगर इस बार रेंजेस फ्रॉम 1 to 14 days तक हो गया है. It is mutated RNA of coronaviruses. Median incubation period around 5 days and period of infectivity from 2 days before symptom onset to around 7 to 10 days after symptom onset. This is the pathophysiology of human coronavirus. Binding of virus to respiratory epithelium of the nose and pharynx with virus replication with limited immune response. If the contaminated virus majority of 80 to 85% में contaminate होकर वहां से रह जाता है, otherwise migration to lower respiratory tract and alveoli in remains cases only 10 to 15%. Damage to lungs directly or via the abnormal immune response, cytokine storm, leading to ARDS, acute respiratory distress syndrome, and acute respiratory failure. Now, case definition. What is the case definition? It is the very important for our students and for our homeopaths. Just because of we to identify what is the cases of the global pandemic in this situation. So, suspected cases we will be divided into 3 types: suspected, probable, and confirmed. Who is the suspected cases? The first is the acute onset fever. We have only fever, cough or any 3 or more sign like fever, cough, headache, myalgia, sore throat, coryza, dyspnea, altered mental symptom. इनमें से किसी 3 को पकड़ लो तो it is the suspected case of the coronaviruses. Or working or living on those area with high risk of the transmission. If you are working in this living area, like example, you are all are staying in the hostels, so it is the you are living on those area which is the high risk of the transmission. Where second is the travel history. If you are traveling history of the abroad, then it is the suspected case. Working in the healthcare setting. If you are working in healthcare setting like hospitals, nursing colleges, or any homeopathic colleges, medical colleges, then you have to suspected case of the coronaviruses. What is the probable case? So those have suspected case के criteria सब mention है. Otherwise उसके साथ उसको loss of smell और test भी loss of हो गया तो it is the probable case of the coronaviruses. And confirmed case only and only by test by like RT-PCR or suggested by ICMR guideline. If only and only RT-PCR, there is no value of the RAT means के rapid antigen test. Clinical presentation, those we always know that the clinical presentation of history of fever, malaise, body ache, backache, sore throat, and rhinitis, rhinorrhea, dry cough, breathlessness, diarrhea, retrosternal chest discomfort or frank chest pain, frustration. It is the history of the clinical presentation of the coronavirus. Then categorization of the severity to mild. Now we are categorized this disease into 3 categories on the basis of the severity: mild, moderate, and confirmed cases. Symptoms such as dry cough, sore throat, mild fever, body ache, etc. suggest for upper respiratory tract infection only. This can only upper respiratory tract infection, but sometime it will be confirmed case of the coronaviruses. Normal saturation, no dyspnea, tachypnea, tachycardia. This is the mild cases of the coronaviruses. It may be only respiratory tract infection. Now moderate, on the basis of the moderate, so which is the patient comes with the pneumonia but without the signs of severe disease. If you are not having the severe disease in the signs, then you have to come into the moderate condition. If your saturation between 90 to 93% of the room air, so it is the moderate. If respiratory rate more than 24 per minute in adults, it is the moderate coronavirus infection. Now severe categorization of the severity. What is the severe? Okay, now with complaint of the mild and moderate symptoms with severe respiratory distress, with pneumonia, saturation below to 90% of room air temperature, with hypotension, unconsciousness or altered sensorium, or fourth is the cyanosis. It is the severe category of the coronavirus infection. Now ARDS, so acute respiratory distress syndrome, they have also 3 stage: mild, moderate and severe. If your partial pressure of oxygen yani ki PaO2 is between 200 to 300, moderate is between 100 to 200, and severe is less than or equal to 100, it is the normal phenomena. It can be memorized by you also. Otherwise it is not a rocket science, but it is the only and only the normal range of the condition given by the ICMR. Clinical assessment at the OPD, triage and indoor facility. Now, what to clinical assessment? What is the clinical assessment? The first is the history taking. History taking is the most important, with special emphasis on age. हिस्ट्री टेकिंग के समय आपको प्रॉपरली पीपीई किट पहनना है, मास्क पहनना है, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ख्याल रखना है, और उसके साथ साथ हमें क्या क्या देखना है तो कि एज with comorbidities. What is the comorbidities? With obesity, with hypertension, with diabetes, with any no history of the vaccination status, then you can be in the from the comorbid status. Duration of the current illness, onset of the first symptom. Here is the onset of the first symptom is very important, just because of the first symptom can define or can identify your treatment. Afterward, I will be discussed what is the treatment for this and why the first symptom is important. कई बार कई पेशेंट क्या करते हैं कि 5 दिन 6 दिन के 7 दिन के बाद आरटीपीसीआर करवाने जाते हैं और बहुत में बोलते हैं कि मुझे फर्स्ट डे को इस टाइम और इस डेट को पॉजिटिव आया. दिस इज द नॉट important. We have important is the first symptom, where your first symptom is come, where is the you suffer from the fever. The first symptom is the most important, just because of the we have our treatment is depend on the first symptom. In cases of the female, we have last menstrual period, and in case of the pregnancy, duration of pregnancy will be concluded in our case history. Medication history also included, just because of the if you are on the foremost we on the like immunomodulators medicine, so it is the also important for our clinical assessment. Then vaccination status is also important. Patients who have completed 2 weeks after second dose of vaccination are less likely to progress the severe disease. Okay, 1 shot vaccine का लगा लिया, 2 shots vaccine का लगा लिया, it is not enough. But if you are the fulfilling the 2 weeks of dose of the vaccine, then you have to chance to getting the coronavirus infection, but progress of severe disease it less commonly. It is suggested by ICMR. History of the steroid uses, immune suppressant uses, and addiction is also important with the clinical assessment. Examination should be focused on overall general examination like cyanosis, shock, sense of distress, air hunger, temperature, pulse rate can be seen on the pulse oximeter, finger or finger probe. Respiratory rate, brachial blood pressure, evaluation of the sensorium, quick examination to see for use of the accessory muscle, distress, cyanosis, and pallor. It is very important for our clinical assessment. Now, screening by RBS by glucometer in all the suspected, probable, or confirmed cases. We cannot say that we have not the glucometer strip, but it is where always we have to our glucometer at that point of the patient. BMI may be calculated. Oxygen saturation also be calculated on the finger probe. And the clinical assessment of OPD and triage, this is the based on the case definition or based on the severity. Already I discussed what is the suspected case, what is the probable case, and what is the confirmed case. Now based on the severity, also I discussed what is the mild, moderate, and severity. We can categorize in three point of view. Our hospital should be decided which severity we will be decided, if we decided on the basis of the severity or decided on the cases definition. Now, testing for coronavirus is COVID-19. All the suspected case should be tested by rapid antigen test or RT-PCR. Okay, but we remember that RT-PCR is the only valid test for the coronaviruses. If your RAT and rapid antigen test negative, case should be confirmed by RT-PCR. And must remember, RT-PCR test must not be repeated in any individual. RT-PCR test must not be repeated in any individual who has tested positive once either by rapid antigen test or RT-PCR. No testing is required for COVID-19 recovered individual at the time of the hospital discharge in coordination with the discharge policy of the family welfare department. जब पेशेंट को डिस्चार्ज देते हो तब किसी को पेशेंट के लिए टेस्टिंग की जरूरत नहीं है, कोई भी टेस्ट की जरूरत हमें यहाँ पे नहीं है. The need for RT-PCR test is healthy individual undertaking interstate domestic travel may be completely removed to reduce the load on the laboratories. But in the third wave, it is not accepted just because of the spread. We will be on the command on the spreading the third wave just because we cannot stop this. The place of treatment, mild cases at home isolation, we can treatment at that home, PHC, CHC and community centers. Those have not the enough area of the home isolation. अभी भी इंडिया में कई सारे ऐसे करे कि जहाँ पे एक ही खोली है और उसमें 4 से 5 जन रहते हैं, तो उनके लिए होम आइसोलेशन इज नॉट पॉसिबल. सो वी सेट अप द सो मेनी आइसोलेशन वार्ड्स from the government. Moderate cases, dedicated COVID health center, they are moderate cases, and severe cases, the dedicated COVID health center है, वहां पे हम टोसिलिजुमेब, रेमडेसिविर और एनी इंजेक्शंस दे सकते हैं, मगर वहां पे हमें ट्रीटमेंट लाइक आइसोलेशन लाइक वेंटिलेशन और बाईपेप की सुविधाएं नहीं मिल सकती है. बट व्हेन द सीवियर केसेस is detected, then we be shifted to dedicated COVID hospital. Those have this is the ICU facilitated hospitals. Now, indication for admission to hospital facility, where to admit to all the patient. Persistent high fever. If you are belong from the mild coronaviruses, but persistent high fever, if you are getting, then you need to admission to hospital. If your respiratory rate is more than 24 minutes, if patient in respiratory distress, increase the rate, use of the accessory muscles, nasal flaring, inability to walk, breathlessness while speaking. If these symptoms are persistent, then you have to admit in the hospital. If patient with tachycardia, if saturation is less than 94% on the room air temperature, severe weakness or fatigue, uncontrolled diabetes, morbid obesity, heart failure, underlying COPD, these all are the indication for the admission of the hospital facility. Patients having above findings should be mentioned closely to the complication and disease progression and should be admitted at the facility having availability of the oxygen. जहां पे ऑक्सीजन की अवेलेबिलिटी है वहीं पे हम उसको शिफ्ट करेंगे. Now, guideline for mild disease condition of the coronavirus is what we should be treated. The first is the mild disease, upper respiratory tract symptom like fever without shortness of breath or hypoxia. We will be going to the home isolation and care. What should we do there? The physical distancing is the very must. Indoor mask use, it is very must. And strict hand hygiene. Symptomatic management like hydration, antipyretic, anti-tissue, and multivitamins. Stay in contact with treating physician. Always stay within the contact with treating physician, but not only the way कि 100 फीवर आ गया, 99.9 फीवर आ गया और हमने फिजिशियन को कॉल कर दिया, ऐसा नहीं. When you getting the distress feeling in the breath or hypoxia, then you can call your physician. Monitor temperature and oxygen saturation. If your oxygen saturation below the 90, below the 94, you will be immediately call your physician. But 94, 95, 6 है तब physician को call करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Monitor temperature and oxygen saturation by applying a SpO2 probe to fingers. Always monitor SpO2. If you are in the home isolation, then you can do only 3 times per day. Seek immediate medical attention. Difficulty in breathing, high-grade fever with severe cough, particularly if testing for more than 5 days. But low threshold to be kept for those with any of the high-risk feature may do the therapies based on the low certainty of the evidence. Tablet ivermectin 200 microgram per kg once a day for 3 days, but it is avoided in the pregnant and lactating woman. Second is the tablet HCQ, hydrochloroquine 400 milligram BD for 1 day and 400 milligram OD for 4 days. You can, if you are not, unless contraindicated. HCQ is contraindicated in the hypersensitive patient, so you cannot admission in the HCQ if the patient is hypersensitive to HCQ. Inhalation budesonide given via the metered dose inhaler dry powder inhaler you can also use at a dose of 100 microgram BD for 5 days. To be given if the symptoms, fever and cough are persistent beyond 5 days for disease onset. Investigation to be done in the mild cases. What are the probable investigations? So complete blood count, C-reactive protein, renal function test, liver function test, D-dimer, random blood sugar, ECG and X-ray chest. It is the suggestion in the mild cases. But what is the in the cases of severe cases of the COVID-19? तो माइल्ड केसेस में जो हमने रिपोर्ट करवाया था, इसके साथ साथ रैंडम ब्लड शुगर, फास्टिंग ब्लड शुगर, PP2BS and HbA1c if patient is diabetic. If patient is not diabetic and suddenly it is diagnosed as the diabetic, then if RBC is high, so also you can do HbA1c. Serum electrolytes, serum ferritin, inflammatory markers like CRP, serum ferritin should be done at the discretion of the treating by doctor. Markers suggesting cytokinase storm should be done based on the clinical suspension by treating doctor. And interleukin 6 level not be repeated after administration of the tocilizumab. Here once again I repeat, interleukin 6 level not be repeated after administration of the tocilizumab, just because of the tocilizumab can elevate your interleukin 6 level. Then in moderate and severe cases, repeat investigation should be done as follows. CRP and D-dimer you can repeat every 24 to 48 hours. CBC, RFT and LFT should be done daily. Repeat investigation should be done at the discretion of treating doctor. Your doctor should be repeat anytime. Arterial blood gas analysis should be done for all the patients which are on the BiPAP and invasive ventilator as required or on clinical worsening of the patient. In cases of the suspected bacterial infection, procalcitonin can be done at the discretion of the treating doctor. In suspected bacterial infection, culture of the sputum must be done. Body fluid may be done based on the clinical scenario and discretion of the treating doctor. Procalcitonin may be done before administration of the tocilizumab. Tocilizumab can be elevate your calcitonin also level, so should be, it is the very useful. Now, what is the investigation now moderate to severe cases of the COVID-19? So ECG should be done in all patients. Repeat if the required. Bedside X-ray chest. If the patient is on oxygen facility, you should be available. X-ray may be repeated in cases of the sudden worsening to rule out the complication like pneumothorax, pneumomediastinum. Routine use of the HRCT is not required. Again, I repeat, HRCT is not required. There are the so many certain data we have. Okay, complication like after doing the HRCT. In case of the HRCT, planned oxygen duration, the transportation and procedure and risk benefit ratio should be considered. HRCT से कई सारे कॉम्प्लिकेशन हमने यूके में देखे हैं, यूएस में देखे हैं, और उसके बाद शायद हमारे लिए अच्छा है कि शायद होम्योपैथ में सब पेशेंट हमारे पास ही आएंगे आफ्टर रेडियोलॉजिकल exposure to elements from after the radiological exposure. In radiological investigations, look for extent of disease pneumothorax. Echocardiography if available in the suspected heart failure. Venous Doppler in case of the suspected DVT. Arterial Doppler in case of the suspected occlusion. It may be moderate to severe cases investigation. Now radiological feature in the COVID-19. What is the finding of the chest X-ray? So hazy opacity often rounded in the morphological with peripheral and lower lung distribution. CT chest, multiple bilateral ground glass opacity we can found in the morphological with peripheral and lower lung distribution. Lung ultrasound can be thickened pleural lines, B lines, multifocal discrete on confluent consolidative patterns with or without air bronchograms. Here I show the radiological features of the X-ray chest. Here you can see the ground glass opacity, posterior anterior chest radiograph. You can see here where I got tick mark the arrow line. Feature include ground glass opacity in both mid and lower zones of the lungs, which is the predominantly peripheral white arrows. You can see here in the white arrows. With presentation of the lung marking, linear opacity can be seen in the peripheral of the left mid zone. It is the black arrow. You can see here in the black arrow with presentation with lung marking. In the suspected cases, you can not found the lungs lining. Consolidation anterior posterior chest radiograph of the patient B, a man in the 50s with the severe COVID pneumonia showing bilateral dense peripheral consolidation and loss of the lung marking in the mid and lower zones, outline and arrows you can see here. There is no mid and lower zones of the lungs. Patient selection for home isolation. Which patient you select for the home isolation? The first is the saturation is normal. Those patients have a saturation normal, respiratory rate is normal, pulse rate is also normal, no exertional dyspnea, tachypnea, no comorbidities, and if comorbidity is present with under control, you can choose the home isolation. Patient and relatives capable of the monitoring health, able to and willing to follow home isolation protocol within each of medical facility in case of the condition worsens. The guidelines for patient kept in the home isolation continued. Self-isolation should be done even before testing is the symptoms appear. Patient should be explained regarding need for isolation at home and wearing a mask throughout stay at the home, not to come in the close contact with elderly and young children, perform frequent hand hygiene, take adequate fluids and diet, take medicines prescribed as per doctor's advice. Patient not having facilities for home isolation, person staying in the institution should be preferably admitted for facility quarantine to prevent transmission. Patients should be encouraged for the awake proning. Monitoring of the oxygen saturation should be done 3 to 4 times a day. Management of the moderate disease. If you are suffering from moderate disease, then procalcitonin must be done if feasible and decided by your treating doctor. Steroids should be preferably avoided in the first week. I repeat, steroids should be preferably avoided in the first week. Our GPs are always given in the first week, like dexamethasone, but it is the not given guideline by ICMR. Awake proning should be encouraged in all patients who require supplemental oxygen therapy. In COVID-19, patient with the respiratory embarrassment severe enough to be admitted to the hospital may be considered to rotation and early self-proning. Now here I will show what is the self-proning. This is the proning situation. Improve lung oxygenation in the lying in the prone position. If your patient is not better by supine position, so you can rotate in this way, like 6 position, which help to improve their oxygen level. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6 in here. You can see here. Switch to the lying on your right side for 30 minutes to 2 hours. Third is the switch to 30 minutes to 2 hours, shifting to 30 to 60 degree. And fourth is the switch to lying on your left side for 30 minutes to 2 hours. Now fifth is the switch to semi-proning position to 30 minutes. And sixth is the return the proning position for 30 minutes. If you are seeing here, this is the proning position. It is the very important. Management of the moderate disease. Care must be taken to the disrupt to the flow of oxygen during the patient rotation. You can also oxygenation device like use nasal prongs suitable for flow rates up to 1 to 5 liters per minute. Ensure probes are clean and no reused. Check for leaks at humidifier level, and patient does not need to remote for it. This is the oxygen device, and it is the humidifier. You always see this in the hospital. Use distilled water. I repeat, use distilled water, or if you have no distilled water, then you can use RO water, but never use tap water or never use any type of the water like saline, like RL, or like glucose bottle. Look for alga in the bottle. Water change should be done at least once. Ensure that rubber gasket is available while tightening that bottle. And bottle should not be loose or without gasket, as it leads to major leak and waste of the oxygen. If your oxygen device is filled with tap water, then you have to comorbid, or you have to suspected for the mucormycosis like disease. Suggestion for use of the AUA drugs. Emergency use authorization, it is given by FDA. Latest guideline published by Family Health Welfare Department and ICMR should be followed before use of the remdesivir and tocilizumab and other drugs approved by under emergency use authorization. Remdesivir may be considered only in the patient with moderate to severe disease. If your diagnosis with COVID-19 infection, but you have in category of the mild COVID-19, then you does not need remdesivir. No renal or hepatic dysfunction, or who are within 10 days of onset of the symptom. And recommended dose of the 200 milligram IV on first day, followed by 100 milligram IV OD for next 4 days. If you are from the after 10 days, it is remdesivir is the contraindicated. Not used in the use of the mild cases. Patients who are not on oxygen support and home settings, they are not using remdesivir. Now tocilizumab. All the below criteria are the met if you tocilizumab, then you can administration tocilizumab. Presence of severe disease within the 24 hours to 48 hours of the onset of severe disease significantly raised the inflammatory markers. If the CRP level is the very high, if your interleukin-6 is very high, then tocilizumab can be administered. Not improving the despite use of the steroid. No active bacterial, fungal or tubercular infection. In the cases of the mucormycosis case, we cannot use tocilizumab. Recommended single dose 4 to 6 milligram per kg, 400 milligram in the 60 kg adult and 100 milligram normal saline over 1 hour. Duration of treatment, remdesivir should be given in the selected cases for only 5 days. Duration of steroid therapy should be 7 to 10 days with rapid tapering. However, duration of the therapy should be decided in individual cases of the treating disease, doctor according to clinical situation. Anticoagulation should be given during the period of hospital admission. Immunomodulators like tocilizumab should not be repeated in cases of the remdesivir given. Now, what is the complication of the COVID-19? So in acute, we can suffering from ARDS, respiratory failure, thromboembolic complication, stroke, acute kidney disease, sepsis, myocarditis, shock, sudden death, or mucormycosis. You can see here. Chronic lung fibrosis, pulmonary hypertension, heart failure, psychological complication, and mucormycosis is the one of the complication. So thank you all of you. This is the all about the medicinal treatment of COVID-19. Now I switch over to Dr. Rapita, but there is only 4 minutes left. We wind up here and further please join after 10:15. Please on your video, all of you. बता दिया सर. चालू एविडेंस है ना ऑनलाइन होता है नहीं स्क्रीनशॉट लगा